Final Fights by Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a woman who learned to fight by watching Bennett and Commando. It's Megan Hoffmeyer.
Hello.
So
Does that make me the winner then?
So you learned how to fight by watching Vernon Wells battle Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando?
100%.
So is that why you're always...
Throwing guns? Yes.
And getting electrocuted? Mm-hmm. And then running at people with double arm combos and gut shots?
I also have no fingerprints because I handle hot metal doors.
As our second episode of Final Fights, this is a fight that I've long loved because it's an odd one. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger's John Matrix, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is... You looked at his arms during a scene in this movie, and you went, what is happening?
Well, I think I was very surprised by the fact his shoulders are huge, obviously. His biceps are just what? And then his forearms aren't nearly as big as the rest of it, so it's a strange sort of transition there.
Oh, I never even noticed that. And then you have Vernon Wells, who's just...
He looks a little paunchy.
And so a movie critic famously said, I don't want to make fun of this. This is what a movie critic said. He looked like a sock stuffed with marshmallows.
Oh,
but
that's mean.
It's not Vernon's fault though, because he wasn't the original guy hired for this film. So he wasn't hired. They brought in a guy for Bennett. They didn't like him. So they're like, okay, we're going to bring in Vernon, who director Mark Lester was like, I'm going to bring in Vernon Wells, who he played Wes in Mad Max 2. He was known for tough guy roles. The problem was, they didn't have enough time to refit him for a costume. So Vernon got put in a costume for another guy that was smaller than him.
You know, I was just going to say, the costuming is what looks off. It looks just like he has ill-fitting clothes. Not that he's a, badly shaped man.
Yeah, so they had no time. Like, you just got to wear this stuff. And there's some famous... So, during the scene, they have a knife fight. And a guy named Jack Crane, a Texas knife expert, created their knives for them.
I was just going to ask, what kind of knives are those? Because they're very gnarly looking.
And they have their own personalities too, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They've got a bunch of notches and ridges in them. What is going on there?
And so, some behind the scenes things, Vernon Wells was hired, and apparently he would take it easy during rehearsals. And the directors were worried, like, this guy, Arnold's going to kill him. But I guess when they went live, Vernon just went all at Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I guess it kind of pissed him off, and he's quoted as saying...
Pissed off Arnold?
Yeah, and he's like, never give Vernon a real knife, because Vernon he would just go for it.
Well, you can tell that he's very gung-ho, because he throws the gun, which is something we should discuss later, but then he takes his knife and he grips it in two hands like it's a very short samurai sword.
And he has the classic line over here, he's like, I'm gonna kill you, then he goes, aye! He's like, yeah, and now I'm going to kill you now. And he's like, aye! And he runs at him. And, okay, so a lot of people don't like this fight because they don't think that Arnold and Vernon would have that close of a fight.
Yeah, they're not that evenly matched. But I can see that.
Remember when I wrote that pitch for that certain website? And there is if you think about it, Arnold hasn't slept in 24 hours in this Matrix, right? Hasn't slept in 24 hours. He hasn't had water in a long time. So he's tired, he's dehydrated. Also, he just killed 117 people.
So his adrenaline is depleted.
Exactly. And so his muscles are taxed, and there's depolarization that happens.
Oh.
I read somewhere that lactic acid buildup is kind of hooey, so I didn't research that further. So his muscles, you know me, when I go out and trim the bushes with the electric saw and the chainsaw, my muscles are kind of shaky afterwards. So Arnold's is like that.
That's a little bit upsetting to hear that lactic acid is hooey, because my swim coach used to give us a real hard time about that.
I mean, maybe it is. The one article I read said it was hooey. But maybe it's not hooey.
He's going through some stuff.
Yeah, so he's tired. Also, Bennett is former Special Forces. He and Matrix used to work together, and then they disbanded. Then everyone started killing him, and then they kidnapped Arnold's daughter. And then they're like, well, if you don't kill this person to help out this general area, is played by Dan Hedaya, the dad from Clueless, we're going to kill your daughter. And it's just a whole weird plot about political... So they've
got a complicated past.
Yeah, and so the two of them... But then, Bennett got kicked out of the Special Forces unit because he was too violent.
I can see that.
Yeah. So I read this really funny article here where... So he enjoyed killing too much. And when Arius came to him, he's like, I don't need $100,000. I'm going to work for free. Which is stupid. I know you want revenge. Remember in Aquaman when they're like, you want revenge on Aquaman? He's like, I don't need money.
You gotta cover your expenses,
exactly. Though. They handed Manta in Aquaman gold coins from Atlantis.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't need it. I want revenge. That's ridiculous. Then he helps fake his death, right? And then they kidnap Jenny, played by Alyssa Milano. In this article I read, which is really funny, they said he had a street level power level, which is really funny. And he's a slave to his passions, and he blames others for his faults. But you can see in this movie that Bennett, the final fight, is he is overrun by passion. When he screams and runs at Matrix, he's like, "Aye!" And the punches he throws, he's very emotional, right? He's very...
Your face when you do that.
And at the end, he throws away his gun because he lets Arnold get in his head. He throws his gun at Arnold.
So I'm going to sum him up with one word and not all those other things. Impulsive.
Impulsive, there it is. Very impulsive fighter. And at the end, he's losing the fight, even though he did a great job against Arnold. He grabs almost like an Uzi-looking gun, and he points it at Arnold, and he goes, "I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls."
It's like a little snub-nosed, automatic, semi-automatic thing.
He has to cock it. But before he does, there's a part in this fight where his head bumps against a pipe and knocks it loose. Later on, when he's about to shoot Matrix pulls that pipe out and spears Bennett.
Yeah. And he says, "Let off some steam."
Isn't that amazing? Let off some steam, Bennett.
It's just one of those things where you have to let it linger. You have to sit there and watch the steam come out of his guts.
Literally comes out of his guts. Now, I want to do some math here. You and I have never been hit by a blunt pipe.
Let's hope not.
How fast, and it goes through chainmail too. How fast, he's like 5 feet away. How much power would need to be thrown?
So is there an argument for them having slightly superhuman...
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, you had, when we were watching the fight scene, you had a question for me. You asked how he got his shirtless.
I said, why is Arnold shirtless?
So he attacks this island, and he's killing everybody, and he goes into the shed and takes off his vest to inspect a wound from a grenade. He got a little shrapnel in him. Actually, I wrote a post on Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I figured out that 3,007 bullets missed Arnold in this gunfight prior to this fist fight.
He's either very lucky or extremely...
Well, the militia hired,
supernatural.
They weren't well paid, and they never trained. That's my thing. And the guns were faulty, so it wasn't their fault. They were just scared of this guy. But yeah, so that's why he didn't have a shirt, because he took off his vest, and he was in the middle of this shed, and they shoot it, and he chops a guy's arm off, throws a spear, like a saw, into a guy's head.
What?
And he's just lifting people. He snaps necks like butter in this movie. He's not... In the beginning of the film, he's carrying a tree on his shoulder. A tree trunk.
As you do.
Yeah. So he's essentially Hobbs from the Fast movies.
Oh, I love that movie.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So then what does that... Wait. If he's Hobbs, who's Vernon Wells? Who's Bennett?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who is Bennett?
Now he loses, so it can't be Vin or Statham.
No, it's not. And it has to be one of the bad guys.
Man, do you think it's the brother? Jason Statham's brother? Luke Shaw?
No, because he's not quite bumbling enough. And he doesn't do totally mental things. I think it has to be someone from one of the first few movies. Maybe the fourth movie.
All right, so there's a villain in the fourth one who works for Braga. And he gets wiped out at the end, but getting smushed by a car. Yeah. So let's say that's him. He's the guy that supposedly kills Letty, and then Letty comes back.
See, he's not even good at his job.
Right, so you want to guess how many strikes landed in this fight?
Oh, strikes of what kind? Any kind?
Slice, bonk, kick, whap.
Okay, so I was way off in our last episode of Final Fight. So let's bring it down to 150.
35.
Oh.
There's a lot of choking in this one.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of bonks.
What is a bonk?
Like when you take someone's head and you bonk it against the pipe.
Okay.
Or you bonk it. Remember that scene where he throws open the furnace door?
Yes.
And he bonks?
I have a lot of questions about that scene.
And then so this is interesting too. He rips off the furnace
door.
Yes. And
a big steel door with massive hinges. I can't even imagine swinging that open with ease.
And he has fingerless gloves, so some of his hands is protected, not his fingers. He rips it off and throws it at Arnold. But he gives Arnold a shield, because then Arnold picks it up and he starts bonking him with the steel pipe.
Yep.
And I tell you what, he's working Arnold's body pretty well.
Yeah, he's going at all the angles.
So I mean, you're fighting a tired Hulk. You're fighting an oak tree.
A tired Hulk.
You're fighting an oak tree, and he's tired, and you need to get him out of breath. You want to work the body. You want to hit the liver. You want to hit the gut. And that's what he's doing.
And then he gets him up against the open boiler, and the flames are sort of coming out of it, and they're...
Do you think they're so greased up that the grease protects them from the flames?
Well, I think that that part of this all defies a little bit of logic. Those flames almost look like they're coming out.
Well, they are special forces, so maybe they train their bodies
to adapt to flame.
Yeah, and their hair.
Okay, all right. They are flame retardant now.
Yes. I mean,
that's a good explanation as any.
They don't burn. Their hands aren't burned.
No, they do not burn at all.
So, you know how Muay Thai fighters will kick trees or steel poles or, hit their legs with steel pipes until they become just calcified and they don't hurt during these Muay Thai fights.
So could you say that Bennett's really putting Matrix's ass to the fire in this?
Yes. He's taking him to the limit. And so they're not burning, right? They're not at all. That's it. All right, what do you think? Who has a better knife fighting technique? Matrix, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Bennett? And if you were a knife fighter, which one of those would you employ?
Okay, so those are two different questions. I would say the more stylish and just gung-ho one is Bennett, for sure. He's using two hands, he's slashing, he's gripping, he's doing all kinds of things. But if I had to employ somebody's tactics, it would probably be Arnold. They don't get to really finish that fight, though, because they quickly tumble over the piping
20 feet.
And down onto a metal grid, which has to hurt, especially with no shirt on.
So in this, Bennett lands the first slash because he's doing the finger motions, too.
Yeah, he's doing the kind of, like, the distraction and the whole...
And then he slashes Arnold, and then Arnold slashes him. But you know what's interesting in this fight is when Arnold gets slashed, Arnold never goes, ah! But when Bennett gets hurt, he's like, ah! He makes noises. And so when Bennett gets slashed in the arm, he's like, hey! And then eventually they tumble and they lose their knives. But which knife fighter would you be? I'd be an Arnold.
I'd probably be an Arnold. It just seems the safer choice.
Because if I lost, at least you know that I wasn't trying to, cheese on you.
That's
slashing fingers and then I get him cut off.
Bennett's being very risky with his fighting style.
I think The Irishman wrecked knife fighting for me.
Why is that?
Because remember when Al Pacino's talking? He's like, if they got a gun, rush them. He's like, but if they got a knife, run away. Remember Jimmy Hoffa saying that?
Oh, so we're coming back to the gun throwing thing. Why though?
Because there's a lot of theories about Bennett and Matrix. So this article, hotdog.com, they wrote, if you go on IMDb, they said that Bennett was in love with Matrix.
Oh no!
Because he's always talking like he's.
Is this like a Top Gun trailer recut?
He makes
situation?
a speech about him and he sighs like, if Matrix were here, and then he's just, I'm gonna get you. And then he wants to shoot him in the balls. Mm-hmm. People have made these long things about it, but he's impulsive, right? And I think his whole point was getting revenge. He didn't want $100,000. He wanted revenge.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a guy who is not rational to begin with,
for sure.
So I think he took that as a challenge. He knows he's not better than him, but he wants to prove it.
See, that's where people always go wrong in movies.
Shoot him.
Yes. Just
Indiana
end
Jones
it.
him. Yeah.
Just do the thing in Sicario where he wipes out the family. No one will come after you in the future.
Now, don't do this in real life. We do not condone...
No, I'm talking about in a movie.
In a movie.
If you are the character in the movie, just get it done fast.
Isn't Sicario great?
Oh, Sicario's
the first
so
one,
good.
yeah. That's really good. Emily Blunt for the win. She's been in some good fights.
Love some Benicio.
All right, so...
Very scary.
He gets tricked. Not tricked. But you know what's interesting about that? That one moment in this fight scene shows they have a history.
Oh, yeah.
Because Arnold's like, don't be a chicken shit, Bennett. And he's like, put down the gun. Because he's shot. Arnold's shot, too.
Mm-hmm.
He gets shot in the arm. And he's like, I only have one good arm. He lied. And in Bennett's head, he's probably thinking, this dude is tired, hasn't slept, he has shrapnel in him, he got his arm shot. This is the time to fight him. Like, you don't fight Arnold when he's fresh.
Yeah, when he's at 100%.
His power bar is down to, what do you think?
15.
15. Whoa.
20.
Yeah, his power bar is down to 15%. And so he's like, this is the best time to do it. Now imagine being the guy that defeated Matrix, in a one-on-one brawl.
In front of his daughter.
You know what? I like that they do a lot of reaction shots to Alyssa Milano in this one. So when
she's definitely a spectator.
There's this, she's eating popcorn. She has 3D glasses.
She's got a candy bar.
There's a scene where Bennett is whapping Matrix with a steel pipe, and you just cut to Alyssa Milano with each hit. She's like, ooh, like it just cuts back to her.
Yeah, I did notice that. That was pretty fun.
The greatest strike in this whole thing. I think you know what I love in fights. Bennett throws a kick and chin checks Matrix. He throws a front kick and chin checks Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You love a front kick.
Bennett does that. Do you imagine Bennett being a kicker?
I mean, he doesn't seem very coordinated.
Do you think that's why the kick landed?
Probably. I mean, you don't expect it.
In Matrix's head.
You don't expect a lot of things he does. Throw the gun, rip the door off the furnace, kick in the face. I mean, he's going for the flash and bang here. You know,
there's a lot of fighters in MMA that are very unpredictable, and people, you don't know their system. You can't read them. But you can't read Bennett. Bennett's no book.
No, he's taking this fight as it comes, and he's just going to use the thing at the moment that's going to stun you.
He kicks Arnold Schwarzenegger in the face, and it's amazing. And I think the second best part in this fight is when he gets electrocuted. And he's like, yelling. Then he runs forward, and he lands a body shot, right? And then he lands a face punch, and then he does a club punch to Arnold. He lands a 3-punch combo after being electrocuted.
I mean, I honestly thought the fight was done when he got electrocuted. I thought it was over because, wow, who recovers from that?
Wait, so that's why...
It was unexpected.
Matrix wasn't blocking, right?
We figured it out.
Matrix wasn't blocking because he's like, man, Bennett's dead.
He's done.
And then he comes storming at you.
I can take a nap now. Take my kid home.
I'm going to drink some water and I'm going to nap. Mm-hmm. Well, he has to get home and then nap.
Someone will take him home.
Like butter. But yeah, he runs forward. That's why he wasn't blocking. He lands a 3-punch combo, no blocks from Arnold. And then
because who gets zapped by... I mean, that's not just an electric fence. I mean, that's a transformer.
That was the size of a wall.
Yeah, it was huge.
Any other human being would have been fried. Done. Dead. Not Bennett. Bennett runs out, lands a 3-punch combo, knocks Arnold against the wall, and starts working his ribs. How do you feel about the rib work in this movie by Bennett?
I love some baby back.
So he's working in sync. I like it. So he's working Arnold's ribs. Arnold turns around, lands an 8-punch combo on Bennett. And Bennett pulls a gun from that gun. Okay,
yeah, it was on his hip.
Oh.
I think I saw it because you mentioned this. And when we rewatched it, I feel like it was on his hip. He must have had more than one gun.
Because it's not the same gun that he throws. It's a different gun.
He was outfitted with all kinds of weapons stuck to his body because he pulled that knife out of a holster.
Oh, yeah.
And when he was fighting Arnold by the furnace with the door of the furnace, I think it was strapped to his hip.
So he pulls that out. He gave up, right? He. Do you think he knew the fight was lost? Or do you think he just said enough of this?
Maybe it was enough for him just to fight Arnold. Yeah. Maybe he knew that going into it. I'm going to pull out all the crazy things. I'm going to be unpredictable. I know I probably won't win, but I will have done it.
How do you feel about this line? I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls.
I mean, that's just mean.
Wouldn't you just want to shoot him in the chest?
Well, no. He's saying, I'm just going to make you hurt. I'm not going to kill you.
I'm going to shoot you in the plums.
Mm-hmm.
The
Bucky's plums. Yeah. I want you to be in pain, and I want you to know it, because you're not going to be dead because I didn't shoot you in the brain.
And then while he's saying that, he gets impaled.
Mm-hmm. With quite the wide... I mean, that was a wide pipe.
It wasn't sharp.
It had to be, what, like a foot across? 6 inches?
Yeah, 6 inches or so, yeah. So if you're not seeing us right now, but both Megan and I have our thumbs and middle fingers...
In circles.
Right now, trying to figure out...
Mimicking the pipe.
I mean, that's a great...
It's about the size of your pop filter.
There it is. Megan, you're a writer. You're Steven D'Souza, the man who wrote this movie. You're sitting there and you're like, how does Matrix kill Bennett? And then you go, he's just going to throw a pipe through him and say, let off some steam. Are you quitting writing because it's the greatest thing ever written?
I feel like it was probably a writing intern who came up with it. Just like some random guy figures it out. He sees some props there and they've been on set for... I don't know, 27 hours. They're not even that.
So Rick, the prop guy.
And he just sees this thing over there. He's like, guys, what if we just say let off some steam and put a pipe in him? Can we go home now?
So Rick did it.
Yeah.
Not Steven D'Souza.
This is the popular fan theory we're coming up with.
Jeez Louise.
Put it on Reddit. Start a thing.
Do you like this a lot? Do you like that death scene?
I mean, the more we talk about it, the more fun it is.
It's literal.
It's extremely literal.
It's not figurative. It's literally literal. Well, no, it is figurative and literal.
Yeah.
Because figuratively,
like, Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, which is one of my favorite literal things of all time this year.
So, final thoughts about this fight. What do you think about it?
It is bonkers, but I think you've left me with the best mental image ever. I've been sitting here thinking about it and smiling. Melissa Milano standing there with some popcorn, reacting to this thing like she's in a movie. I imagine she's put, the thing where you put the M&Ms in there and they get a little melty, but they're not messy because they've got the candy shell. She's just enjoying life and watching this fight. So that's what I'm taking away from this.
I love it. And you know why Arnold took this movie?
Why? So
he didn't have to be a caveman or a robot. He got tired of being Conan, and he got tired of being a robot in the Terminator movie. So he took this so he could be a dad on a mission.
I think that's fair. I seem to remember there was this whole swath of movies in the 80s and 90s where there was some child involved in his story.
Yeah, so let's see. True Lies. His kid gets kidnapped. Mm-hmm. Kindergarten Cop. Mm-hmm. No Eraser.
This.
Well, then also Jingle All the Way. He has his kid.
Oh, that's
Junior,
right.
He has a kid.
He literally has the kid.
A child.
He has a baby.
It's a lot of kid work. This was good. Well, thank you for joining me. Now, who's your favorite? Who?
Oh, no.
If you could hang out with one of them, like have a day out, just hanging out at the mall, would you rather hang out with Matrix or would you rather hang out with Bennett?
Oof, tough choice. I mean, Bennett doesn't have very good style, personally, but he might be more fun. He's a little bit unpredictable. He might make the crazy choices. We could go into, like, Spencer's.
Ooh.
Get some gag gifts.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
Prank people in the mall. Swing from the rafters in the mall. Those big banners that hang down.
Think he'd kill anybody?
I'm thinking of a 90s mall, by the way.
So this is fun. So thank you for joining. For me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Megan Hoffmeyer, this is Final Fights. We'll see you next week.